Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Kathy Shannon, the Executive Director of the Petroleum Museum, is here. We're talking about their 35th anniversary, and also we're talking about the future of the Petroleum Museum. And Kathy, I want us to talk this segment about all of the activities around the anniversary, because 35 years, it seems like that time's just flown by since they started building this.
It has flown by, and so it's time for us to celebrate that we've been here for 35 years. And we held a birthday party, our Denim and Derek's party, and the wonderful thing about our birthday is we actually hold it at the museum on the ground, so that you have that opportunity to go through the museum. We had a band and a mechanical bull and Katie's barbecue, and it's a great party, and it's a great remembrance of how long we've been there. We started doing these birthday parties for our 30th anniversary, and just decided they were so much fun that we would just keep doing them. And so 35 years, we really are focusing this whole year on our anniversary, and it's a big one. So it was a wonderful party.
And at that event, you had a bunch of books with old pictures in it at all the tables, so people could remember what was happening at the groundbreaking in 1973, and the first idea that began to take shape in 1967, and then on up to today. And that as soon as that event, which was your kind of your kickoff event for your 35th anniversary, but you got a whole bunch of other things that are mostly regular programs, but are going to have a kind of an anniversary flair. So tell us some of those things.
On October 7th, we will have a family science night, and Chevron has been our sponsor of those nights for quite some time now. We do those 4 times a year, and it's a great opportunity to come to the museum. Admission is free, there's lemonade and cookies, and there are hands-on activity stations all through the museum for families to do.
As a group together.
And it is great. So even the young ones, Mom or Dad can help them do something, and all the way, all the way up. So it's a wonderful program, and I think as the museum develops and goes on, it's so important for us to be a community partner. And so a lot of our programming focuses on opportunities for our community to come in and see the museum. We have a lot of interstate traffic of out-of-town people, but it's, we want to be part of that community too. So family science nights are a wonderful opportunity to see the museum.
But when you say our family, you're talking about the Permian Basin family, not just the middle and Odessa.
No. Yeah. We want to be community. We have a lot of support in Odessa, and we have schools coming, like you said, from Crane, from Seminole, from Marfa, for this whole area that they can do that science curriculum and the history. And so, yes, very much so. It's a wider opportunity than that. Then Halloween is coming up, and we've, for I think almost 10 years, have been doing a Halloween event.
Which is the most fun thing.
It's so much fun. The staff dresses up in our costumes, and
and some of our wonderful pictures.
We
from
do.
That.
We have our staff dresses up. The kids come in their costumes, and they trick or treat, and last year we added flashlight tours at the North Wing, which was really fun, kind of like that night at the museum flavor, and they can trick or treat. There's a few little science activities that are fun in the education hall, and they can fish in the diorama. They can do a cakewalk, and again, free of charge. So we'll do that on Halloween. I think our hours that day will be from 6 to 8. It is a Sunday, so you can just come on out and have a great, safe place for the kids to trick or treat. We do monthly brown bag lunches, so every month we'll have that. We have a great exhibit up right now that is antique maps. And it's the movement westward for wealth. This is where you start with maps from the 1500s and Columbus, and when they began to, move across the continent and discover new worlds, all the way to the gold rush to California. We have some oil maps, geology maps, but it is a fabulous exhibit from the Museum of the Big Bend at Sul Ross, and so that will be up through the end of the year. That is a wonderful opportunity to see some beautiful maps. So we have all kinds of things going on.
But
right
before I leave the Halloween show and the family nights. This is an opportunity for families to show little children what daddy or mother really do.
It really is. You know, we'll ask kids, okay, whose mom or dad works in the industry? And most of them raise their hand.
In one way or the other.
Very few can tell us what they do. Very few. And so it's a great opportunity for mom to go, okay, this is what I do. And I think that's an important thing, because if we don't get this next generation engaged in science and in our industry, what are we going to do? We need those bright young minds to, continue to work on this energy puzzle. And so that's a real big thing for us, is to get these kids interested in math and science. And they say that if you don't do that in elementary school, you've really lost them. And so it's really important for those little guys, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, to think, wow, that science is kind of cool. It's not boring like maybe I thought.
And when they go through those dioramas and see those wonderful things, it just, everything comes alive for
It
them.
really does. It gives them a great view of it. So it'll be wonderful.
Well, one of the things that you haven't talked about when we're talking about partnerships is the car show, because you're going to be partnering
We are.
with the air show and have a car show in addition to that.
Yes, and with the transportation wing,
and we may have to, we may not get to finish this. We may need to continue it in just a minute, because we're going to have to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute, and we're going to talk about some more things having to do with the Petroleum Museum. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.